Hey there, Joe, your mortgage pro. Just wanted to give you a kind of an update now that the election's over. It's 2025. Let's move on to bigger and better things here. Let's start out with labor. I think that's an important piece. And so what we have seen, obviously, is unemployment has been on the rise. We've noted that in this graph that we got from U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics. Since January of 2023 to the current, the overall influx has obviously been going higher, which I think that's pretty evident, and that can also be evident by all the retail stores that have closed. You can see from this list, from Party City to Walgreens to CVS to LL Flooring, Foot Locker, Macy's, a lot of retail obviously, but a lot of store closures. So what does that mean? Well, that means that jobs clearly declining, which goes hand in hand with unemployment. So wow, I'm getting really upbeat on my presentation here. Let's kind of see where mortgage rates might be headed. Again, this is all for fun and just kind of looking at some of the statistics out there and some actual numbers to try to see if we can predict without, I hate using the word predict. Let's just see where the trend might be headed. How about that? So where could they go? Well, if we can get the Treasury, the target seems to be about 3.6 based off of the graph and the trends. What does that mean, though? That would mean that if we can get that spread around there, then we could see interest rates. Let me get to it here. We could see the spread would narrow. We could see a 30-year fixed in the high fives, low sixes. So safe to say maybe in the next 6 to 12 months we could see 6 to 6.25, something like that. Who knows? But it would be better than where we're at right now. I think current rates are right around 7. Again, give or take an eighth or a quarter depending on the day. They fluctuate every day. So what does that mean for real estate? Well, I thought this was kind of an interesting fact. This kind of shows what the total equity is out there in the U.S. housing market. It's 37 trillion. There's 37 trillion out there. This obviously shows, the amount, 45 million in rented, 45 million households that are renting, 91 million that are owned. So a total of 136 million households, which gives you 37 trillion, 407,000 per household. What I find interesting about this is that the free and clear number is 20 trillion in free and clear properties. That means there are people that are in really, really good shape, or maybe people that need to be taking advantage of that equity and perhaps doing something else, investing in their business, paying off some high interest rate credit cards, or purchasing other real estate. I heard something that maybe they're going to start buying property on Mars. Who knows? So I thought that was kind of interesting. And again, this just kind of gives you a demographic, which, obviously, they say demographics is the destiny, depending on who owns and what the age bracket is. I just thought this was kind of a fun little stat. The millennial 73 million, median age is 35. Just kind of fun. The next 10 years of homeowners rates should rise from 33 to 55%, or 8.5 million more homeowners. So that just shows you that demand is basically going to be pretty high. This shows the active listings, which has obviously been the housing inventory has been declining, but then it looks like it's up right now year over year by 27% since last year. This yellow part here would indicate what we would call a recession. But since then, it's down 21% from 2018. So the overall number's down, even though the latest trend has been going up a little bit. But again, population increasing from 2018 to today is going to lead us to this demand number. And they have all kinds of ways they're going to calculate this, but how U.S. households form. And so if you've got 1.915 million in demand, but yet your supply is only at just under 1.3, there's a 600,000 gap. Let's just call it what it is. That's how housing starts. So if you've got a demand of 1.9 and a supply of only 1.3, that's what we would call a gap. which gives us reason to believe that prices will continue to rise. So again, if you haven't gotten to the real estate game, you might want to consider it. So this just kind of shows, where we think the 2025 real estate forecast would be. So if you're gaining year over year about 4.1% on a $500,000 home, that's going to give you $20,000 roughly in a gain. So over a 5-year accumulation, that's the number that starts to get pretty powerful. Cumulatively, you're going to look at 30 to 35%. That could be as much as 150 to 175,000 in home equity appreciation, if you get into the game now. So I think that's pretty important. So what is MBS saying about the forecast? Home appreciation 4 to 4.5% year over year. Okay. Core PCE inflation 2.1 to 2.2 from 2.8. Okay, that's a little bit better. And unemployment rate 4.5 to 4.6. That's going to be a slight increase. Fed fund rates looks like it's another quarter point higher, which again, we could still have mortgage rates declining 5.75 to 6%. That's why I say 6 is probably where we're going to be, right around there. But that's down 1%. And that could be in 6 months. Who knows? There you go. Just wanted to get that out to you. Hope you're having a great day. Great 2025. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Take care.